Hello friends, in this video I will explain step by step how to load a program in a STM32 microcontroller. When you consult Extreme Electronics for the development of your embedded software, in the end you will receive the embedded software in form of a hex file. In this video I will tell you how you can upload that hex file to the microcontroller inside your product. Search for ST Visual Programmer in Google and then click on this link. From this page you can download the software. Click on the Get Software button. Then accept the license agreement. You need to register in this website in order to download. I already have an account, so I'm just logging in. Here I have successfully logged in, and now save the zip package. This zip package contains a single exe installer file. Extract this zip package and then run the installer. I have launched the installer. And if you see this warning, simply ignore it and click OK. This is the welcome screen, so just click next. Accept the terms and conditions and click next. Click next here. Leaving the default option, and select the folder where you want to install the software and click next. And here it is asking if you want to create the shortcuts in the desktop or not. It is highly recommended to create the shortcut so that you can easily find your new software and launch it. And now the installer is copying the new files. Finally, it installed the USB drivers for the ST-Link hardware. All done. Click finish. After installation, you will find two new shortcuts are created in your desktop. One for ST Visual Develop and another one for ST Visual Programmer. In this video, we will cover ST Visual Programmer only. Launch ST Visual Programmer using its desktop shortcut. When you launch STVP for the first time, you will see this configuration window. In this window, on the left hand side, first you have to select your debugger. Right now we are using the ST-Link debugger, so we have selected ST-Link debugger here. And now for the programming mode, since STM32 microcontroller use serial wire debug or the SWT mode, so we have to select SWD here. And finally on the right hand side you have to select your target microcontroller. Here in this list, the name of each microcontroller contains a small x. This small x is actually the placeholder. In actual naming you won't find this x, the letter x. In place of that letter x you will find some other characters like F, K, C, R, V or Z. They signifies the number of pins available in the microcontroller. So the actual part number will be different. You won't find this X there. Here you can see the main window of ST Visual Programmer. In the top you can see the menu bar and below it is the toolbar. and then you can see here you can change the microcontroller. From this drop down menu you can select the microcontroller. The first step is to open the hex file. To open the hex file, click on this button, then select the hex file and click open. The hex file is loaded here and it is visible in the buffer area. The message is also displayed below in the log area that the file is successfully loaded. If the hex file is not visible here, make sure proper file type is selected here. So click on this drop down list. By default Motorola files are selected here, so you need to change it to Intel hex file. See, now the file has become visible. Now you can easily select it. Now let us come to the hardware setup part. Here you can see a ST-Link clone that is easily available throughout the world. Here you can see an example STM32 board. On the top is the serial wire debug pins. Through these header pins we upload new programs to the board. So now I will give you the details of each pin. The first one is the VCC pin, which is the power supply pin. The second one is the clock pin. The third one is the ground pin. Fourth one is the serial wire data input output pin. Only these 4 pins are required to upload new programs to the microcontroller, and ST-Link is connected to this header only. In other development boards also you will find a serial wire debug header similar to this board, so it is easy to program any board once you learn the process. You need to connect each pin from this header to the pins available in your ST-Link dongle. The STM32 microcontroller needs only 3.3 volt. So by mistake please do not connect the 5 volt output from the ST-Link to the VCC of microcontroller. There is one 3.3 volt output available in the ST-Link. Use that one only. Do not use the 5 volt output. Complete connection looks like this from the STM32 microcontroller to your USB port. Now let us come to the ST Visual Programmer software. Click on this button to write to the flash memory. If you get a warning like this, that means the content of the flash memory is not blank. So the first thing you need to do is to erase the microcontroller. To old contents of the microcontroller, go to the erase menu. Now the chip is successfully erased and new data can be written to the chip. Click on the right button once again. Now you can see the flash memory is successfully written. And this completes our video. We have successfully written contents available in the hex file to our microcontroller. Now the microcontroller is ready to execute your code. Thanks for watching.